Hey everybody, NicMakesPlays here, and I am Master Rank 1 again in Legends of Runeterra. I did it for this current season, and I did it with Draven Jinx, and this deck's really good. It really surprised me. They got one new card that was 10 times better than I thought. Originally I just added it in because I was like, oh, new card, I might as well try it, and it was actually basically MVP. I think there's a lot of counters to aggro this format. I feel it's pretty rough, but the one niche of aggro that made it so good is that Grand Plaza has a weakness where if you play against especially the Lucian Hecarim version and stuff like that, the first few turns they don't really do too much, and then on turn 3 they play a landmark and then pass, and then you get to put on huge damage on turn 3 with Draven. Basically this whole deck's based around winning or getting a situation where you put on so much pressure by turn 3, it's hard for the opponent to come back, which is perfect for Grand Plaza, because after turn 3, Grand Plaza's usually going to win, or it's pretty powerful. So get straight into the deck. There's a lot of cool tips and tricks to this deck. There's a lot of things that separate like a regular Draven Jinx player from a really good one, and I'm excited to teach you guys about some of the cool stuff I like to do. But let's get to the deck first. Alright. 2 Portal Cannon, 3 Draven's Biggest Fan. This is one of the most important cards in the entire deck. Pretty much the reason you win this deck, or the way to win, is you want to win in the mulligan phase. You need to have a 1-drop, a 2-drop, and Draven on 3 every single game. If you get that, you'll usually win. If you don't, it's going to be rough. But the whole deck is based around going 1-drop, 2-drop, Draven on 3, and then just riding that tempo out for the rest of the game. So yeah, Draven's Biggest Fan's a 1-drop that gives you the Draven on 3. It doesn't matter if you already have Draven, it doesn't matter if you draw 2 of these, none of them matters. As long as you have 1-drop, 2-drop, Draven on 3, you're good to go. So this raises your odds of being Draven on turn 3 by a significant amount, and it's one of the single most important cards of the deck. I think if you don't run this, you're not really going to have as consistent of draws. It's going to be a lot harder to win. This is a key card of the deck. 3 Jury Rig, card to discard off discard fodder and stuff like that. 3 Rummage. You can either go 3 Portal Cannon, 2 Rummage, or 3 Rummage. The big difference is that I don't run Augmented Experimenter. I run Survival Kills instead, so you don't have much refuel in this deck. So the way you refuel now is you just use the Rummage as refuel later in the game. 3 Zion Urchin, 1-drop that discards card to draw 1. Very good. You just discard Flame Chompers or Jury Rig turn 1 and draw a card. Arena Battlecaster, really good with wide boards. Give all your attacking allies +1/+0. It can turn Flame Chompers into a kill. It can like kill units, because usually Flame Chompers has 0 attack, but if you can buff with Axes or Vision, or in a Battlecaster, you can make Flame Chompers remove one of their creatures. So Flame Chompers, one of the amazing cards, one of the best cards in the deck, I guess. A lot of good cards in this deck. It hooks away their blockers, so you can push huge damage, and allows you to just get the wide board, chip in like 10 damage in the first few turns, and then win from there. Very good. Yeah. House Spider, this is the best 2-drop. You want to prefer this over Arena Battlecaster, because the 2 systems are 1/1, they can go wider, which means you get more value off Vision, more value off Crowd Favorite, and more value off Arena Battlecaster. So I think House Spider, in order of priority, is a bit more important than Arena Battlecaster. It's important for your mulligans. Draven, this is the best card of the deck, straight up. Draven's everything in this deck. You need Draven on 3. Like, your win rate shoots up like so much Draven on 3. Like, without Draven on 3, the deck doesn't really do what at least I envision it doing. So my main priority is always making sure I get Draven on 3. You want to open a 1-drop, 2-drop Draven. Something really cool about Draven's Biggest Fan is that, let's say you draw Draven and Draven's Biggest Fan, you can mulligan Draven away, because you're going to draw him off Biggest Fan, and try and search for your 2-drops. So you want to go, if you have Draven's Biggest Fan and a 2-drop, so like Draven's Biggest Fan and House Spider, you're good to go. You are good to go. All you need is Draven's Biggest Fan on 1, House Spider on 2. Another reason Draven's Biggest Fan is so important in this deck is because it fixes your mulligans a lot. A lot of time, if you, let's say you ran Legion Saboteur or Precious Pet or something else instead of this, then you'd have to be mulliganing harder for Draven, or you want to have Draven on 3. Or you have to be mulliganing away your 1-drop, trying to get Draven on 3, or you can prioritize the 1-drop, then you might not get Draven on 3. It just hurts the mulligan so much to not run this. This card is so insane. I'm excited to add to this deck. I think the big reason why I hit rank 1 with it is Draven's Biggest Fan carried. Because Draven's even better now with survival skills, giving another card that's discard for value. But we'll get into that in a second. If you already have 1, 2, 3, then the 4th card in your hand could either be a Jinx, a Crowd Favorite, or a card to discard, like Jury Rig, Flame Chompers, or Vision. Crowd Favorite's a lot better if you have House Spider instead of Battlecaster, because you want to go wider. With House Spider, get a bigger buff on Crowd Favorite. I think the perfect hand is 1, 2, 3 Flame Chompers, or 1, 2, 3 Jury Rig. But yeah, we have a lot to talk about Draven. We'll get to that in a second when we get around to survival skills, because they work together a lot. 3 get excited. You can go for a reach with this, discard a card, deal with anything. You can use it to remove threats, remove lifesteal units. It's just versatile, but usually it's to finish the game on the Nexus. 3 Vision, this card's absolutely amazing. It's so strong. When you cast or discarded, for allies +1/+0, usually always discarded. You want to do it with the wide board, If you have Rummage and like let's say you have Rummage Jury-Rig or Rummage Flame Chomper, you want to always make sure you discard Flame Chomper or Jury-Rig first, and then this second, so they come out and then get the buff from Vision. 3-card favorite. This is one of the main sources of damage in the deck. From summon grade +1/+1 for each other ally you have, and it has Overwhelm, so pushes for huge chip damage. 3 Jinx. This is like your end game. Her level up form. Not only does it refuel you by drawing 2 cards a turn, but it creates Super Mega Death Rocket in hand every turn. Deal 4 to enemy Nexus. This is usually what you want to do to finish the game, is just keep dealing 4 every turn. You can do 8 to 12 damage over the 2 to 3 turns, and it's just insanely strong. New card. This card has blown my mind on how good it was in this deck. Survival Skills. Alright, it's 5 mana slow cost. Allies can't drop below 1 health this round. You can raw cast it like this against Grand Plaza decks because it kind of ends their turn because they can't kill your units, so there's no point of attacking. But mostly you're going to use it to discard. So when discarded, your strongest ally can't drop below 1 health. Alright, so a lot of the time what you'll do is you'll play Draven on turn 3. You'll use his axe on him, discarding like say like a Jury-Rig or a Flame Chomper, and you attack. Alright, then you're 1 out of 2 for Draven's level up. Next turn they try and attack, and you use an axe on Draven again, and then you discard Survival Skills, keeping him alive with 1 health for the turn. Block with him, and that's 2 out of 2 for his level up. So when he struck 2 times as many axes, he levels up, and you get an easy Draven level up. It's easier than it's ever been. The first time you discard something, you attack. You only want to really do this if you have the Jury-Rig or the Flame Chomper, you usually do. And then on defense, you can use Survival Skills. It's great to protect from stuff like Grassy Undying, or just like kind of all kinds of combat trades, the Challengers and Grand Plaza decks. Try and challenge your Jinx, try and challenge your Draven. You can do Survival Skills if they're the strongest ally. They stay alive. Very good to keep your Jinx alive, to keep getting the rockets, putting pressure on. Good crowd favorite, keeping them alive and stuff like that. So yeah, this card is just so much value. Even like in the very early stage of the game, they lose one of their blockers. Like usually this will get a full value. Usually it'll be Draven blocking, getting a kill. So you just get like a free kill and a Draven level up, which is amazing. I guess one more quick tip. Draven's champion spell is Draven's Whirling Death. A battling ally strikes a battling enemy. If you have, let's say, Draven and an axe and survival skills, then you can... So they attack with 2 units, right? Draven's blocks 1, and then you Draven's Whirling Death on another one, and then you use it. Make sure you use the axe on him, discarding survival skills. So he has the axe on him. Then he strikes one of the enemies from Draven's Whirling Death. That's 1 out of 2 for his level up. Then he gets the normal combat trade, so you use Draven Whirling Death on one of their other guys attacking. Then the attack goes through with Draven's blocking. He stays alive from survival skills. That's 2 out of 2 for his level up, and then you got level up Draven. I guess, okay, there's one more thing with this card also. If you're attacking with crowd favorite, since it has Overwhelm, you can use this on their blocker, blocking crowd favorite. A battling ally strikes a battling enemy. If you kill their blocker, then crowd favorite, Overwhelm, excess damage I deal, my blocker is dealt to my Nexus. So if you Draven's Whirling Death, the thing blocking crowd favorite, the damage goes directly to Nexus, and he gets straight chip damage, directly to Nexus. Push for huge damage. But yeah, very good. It's good in the games. Alright, we're playing against Sedge Trinity Overwhelm. This deck's been very popular recently. I'm not really sure where it all surged from, but we have 1-drop, 2-drop. All we need is Draven or Draven through his fan, our opening hand. Didn't get Draven. Let's hope we draw him by turn 3. He's pretty much the key to the deck, so a hand without him could be a bit weird. Alright, we get to draw multiple cards per turn though, so we're getting closer and closer to Draven. Discard crowd favorite. We want to save Vision if we have a wider board. We already have a crowd favorite. We don't want to have them clunking up our hands or anything like that. Okay, so we drew the Draven because we're cycling. Good on us. Turn 2, they could play like Ruthless Raider, Reversing Sentry. I think I'm just going to attack here because I'd rather get in damage before we can block, because I want a wide board for crowd favorite. For example, next turn's turn 3, so we're not attacking with this on a turn summons. Yeah, Sentry. So we'll go 2, 3, and then our next attack turn will immediately put our crowd favorite. Huge crowd favorite. We'll have the axe, we'll have the vision. Everything will be great. And this is fine even if we have Draven. It just makes our board wider for 1 card.
Fight or die. Time for the main event.
Hopefully he only attacks with this or nothing at all. Attacking this would be more annoying than it looks. I will have to block with the spider. Alright. So he doesn't want to risk getting his board smaller, so we can just pressure him, but unfortunately for him, now he played into our crowd favorite, and we have vision, so... This is usually how most games go with this deck, and I hit rank 1 with this. This is usually how it went. More or less. I mean, Jinx is insane later on to do the rocket every turn, and then Survival skills can keep her alive as well. This is usually the first 3 turns is this, and then 4 is either Jinx or crowd favorite. The deep thought.
They're out there.
So we'll attack here. We don't want to use vision prematurely because if he takes this, he goes to 4, which means he basically already lost because he's so low on health. So we see how he blocks, and then we can decide if we want to spinning axe the vision. We're going to do it, but we're going to see how we do it.
Ready the torches.
Alright, the best way to do it here... Okay, so we only need one more attack to kill this Ruthless Raider, right? The best way to do it here is we want to vision on the crowd favorite because he has overwhelm, so he's pushing 1 more damage. I think 1 damage is more important than Draven's level up. Draven's really easy to level up. It's a weird idea, a lot of people think he's not, but he's actually extremely easy to level up. He always has been. It's that usually you'd rather do other things with the axes. That's why you don't see him level up. You'd rather discard them for rummage, get excited, keep the versatility. But yeah, we can level up Draven whenever we want, so we don't need to get the 1 on that 2 right here. So yeah, just get the 1 extra damage here from before, even through the blockers, which is insanely strong. He's 1 health off a gig-sided range. He's either thinking about conceding or he's thinking about how to troll chant. It's probably how to troll chant. But yeah, this is usually how the deck like always goes, so what you're seeing right here is the norm. Straight up. Turn 4 is at 4 health through blockers. We still have a beefy field. I mean, this deck's just so strong. I think it's really self-done right now. And survival skills makes it that much better. Because now he can't even clear our crowd favorite, which means we'll just be able to chip in so easily. And speaking of, we drew survival skills. Yeah, I don't see how we can lose at this point. We'll just play this to get a better open attack next turn. He has 2 attackers, or 2 blockers. We have 4 attackers, so he can only block 2 of them, which means we get more chip damage. Even if he does block our 2 strongest units, this is overwhelmed. These 2 go directly. Can't really lose here. We can do Draven's Whirling Death on the Overwhelm blocker to get direct damage to the Nexus because of the Overwhelm. Excess damage I deal to my blockers dealt to me Nexus. If he has Removal of a crowd favorite, we have survival skills. I mean, it's just looking like a wrap. No matter what we draw, we're probably just going to open attack here. Oh, wow. Alright, so... Okay, so... we'll do this here. So it's a burst spell, burst speed spell, the axe. So he can't play a blocker in time. Take away this one because it has the highest defense for the overwhelm. We have Draven's Whirlwind here. We have Rummage for survival skills, so this can't die. We'll stay at 1 health. Pretty much no matter what he has, we win. Even if he has Harsh Winds. Even Harsh Winds Flash Freeze. Would that be enough? That might be enough. Battle Fury. Alright, I guess for fun. We can establish dominance. Don't even know axe on him. Okay. Yeah, we could have rummaged there to a draw. Yeah, GG's. GG.
Damn, I'm good.
Alright, playing Zoe Victor. I literally just made an article on this in a video. Alright, this hand's amazing. We have 1-drop, Draven. I'm gonna keep Jurik here because we have a... Oh, this is the best hand you can possibly draw. This hand is insane. I could not see us losing this game no matter what. Alright, okay. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm not gonna say we won't win no matter what, but very high chances of winning. We have Jury Rig, Zon Urchin to Jury Rig turn 1, Housefire turn 2, Jury Rig turn 3. Pretty much a perfect opening. Or at least as perfect as it gets. Wow, and we drew Jinx. Okay. This deck's super consistent, so like we do this a lot. I'm still just stunned by how strong it is. We could open attack here to force him to block with Zoe, or we could get greedy and play House Spider if he doesn't have a 2-drop. But it could be stopped by a few things. I think we're just gonna play it. No, we should probably get rid of Zoe if we have a chance. We'll attack. Either push 3 or get rid of Zoe. It'd be greedy to do more. Mystic Shot's the 2-1. That's fine. Not very good value for him. But I see why that he wants to do that. That's actually a good or a fine play from him because the thing is that Urchin at first you may think, okay, Mystic Shot on the Urchin, like that's not good value for him, which is true. But it's gonna keep attacking over and over again, so he's saving himself Urchin attacks for the next few turns as well.
I have the best
Alright, yeah. We're just gonna play Jinx and then Vision and then push for 1,000 damage and probably win. Survival skills is versatile here. Between Vision and survival skills, so we have options of what we want to do. It's nice to also protect Jinx. Play Mystic Shot, so he could play Get Excited, maybe? I've seen some decks play Get Excited, considering you do have a lot of ways to discard cards with the gems and the Ballistic Bot, and if they run Gift Giver too. Wow. I think I'm actually going to bank the mana here and then just play Arena Battlecaster, because Jinx will have huge value any point I play later in the game when I level her up, but his value will diminish after we have a smaller board up blocking this turn. So I think this is our best chance to get max value out of Arena Battlecaster. Here was attack, so he blocks. If he takes it, he's going to lose because it's like infinite damage. That's all he's going to do is that. Alright. We'll Vision on Draven, start leveling him up. Also keeping Jinx in hand saves her from potential threats, yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. We're playing as Elise Jinx. This is most likely a go hard deck with Jinx to refuel and draw the go hards. We have our 2-drop. Now all we have to do is draw Draven's Biggest Fan or Urchin for 1, and then either Draven or Draven's Biggest Fan for 3. Alright, great. So there's like a weird consensus that if you draw 2 of these in Draven, it's bad. I hope this game shows you that's not, because it's not. Like, we drew exactly what we wanted. We drew a 1-drop, 2-drop, and Draven. I mean, if you're being really greedy, then I guess you could have more than that, but usually you're not always going to have these Dravens, so to raise your odds to get Draven is just so phenomenal. That's a good draw for 4. We pretty much have the perfect hand as long as we draw a discard card, like Jury Rig or Flame Chompers, or even Vision could be quite good.
Witness perfection, meat bags.
Alright. We can attack here, try and get some chip damage in. You can't block with any of these, this will die. We get 2 damage here. We don't attack with these because they'll just get blocked. Alright. We have another turn to draw a discard card, and with survival skills we have even more in our deck than ever before. So we can draw survival skills, we can draw Vision, Jury Rig, Flame Chomper. Great draws. This is a phenomenal draw as well. We won't be blocking his stuff. We're just going to be trying to get a good crowd favorite. Alright. This game's going pretty well so far. I just love the consistency of this deck. Ability to draw 1, 2, 3 even is just so powerful. Interesting. I was gonna say, I hope he doesn't attack with these, because, I mean, A, it wouldn't even be that good for him, because we would just block them. I'd block with Draven and get the axe, but I do want to keep my my field wide for crowd favorite anyway. Alright, we drew survival skills, so here we'll drop the crowd favorite. She usually comes later than turn 4. You can play her on 4, like, I would play here if I didn't have crowd favorite, but the quick attack's nice, but crowd favorite is amazing, and we'll just do Jinx later. So, here we can't actually survival skills this, because it'll protect the crowd favorite. So we'll lose the Draven, but it doesn't really matter here because we're just going to be attacking a crowd favorite. There's not really a reason to attack with this. I'd rather keep a wide board in case you draw another crowd favorite or Vision or Arena Battlecaster. But right now we're racing each other. He has the elusives and the ignitions. We have crowd favorite, but we're going to have Jinx incoming next turn. So let's see what happens. This could be pretty close. Could definitely be pretty close, but I think we're definitely favored. We drew pretty well. So we can play this here. Then we have 5 cards in hand, an axe, and we have 3 cards in hand. So I don't think we can level up. Not really a big deal. We're gonna need blockers for these though. I guess we already have blockers for those. Let's just get Jinx on the field. I don't think he's going to be able to kill it like this or anything. I'm not sure what this Flame Chomper is going to do. He shouldn't really have cards that buff it. Let's just suit up, which is possible. Okay. Yeah, we're just chilling. Just chilling.
I know what lurks in the shadows.
Okay. I don't want him to know we have the axe. I guess we could just try and cycle a bit. I don't think I want to draw Draven for turn. House Spider can let us refuel our chump blockers. Let's just do this to see if we draw. That's really strong. We might actually use that this turn, but I think we're just gonna use survival skills.
We could use a bite.
Okay. We don't need to use survival skills this turn.
One of us dies.
You gotta rock with your name on it.
So it doesn't matter which one has the axe. I guess we'll just put it on Jinx or something.
Are you pooping?
So yeah. You should, our Jinx stays alive here, Crowdpaper stays alive here, both have hefty health, and we get these two blockers here. Killing the ballistic bots. We take 2, but he's not getting ignitions anymore. He has 3 cards in hand. We have Jinx, we have Crowd Favorite with Overwhelm. We have the survival skills, which is pretty good. Especially if we draw a card, I can discard it. It's a good thing we Urchin there to get the vision. This turn could be a lot different. One awkward part is we can't actually level up Jinx's turn because of the survival skills, but that's fine. Let's just open attack here and see what happens. This is really good against Grand Plaza. Against Grand Plaza, I love raw casting it. When they have Grand Plaza, put a bunch of challengers. The Scout version can run Quinn. The Haunted Relic version has Ephemerals. They die at the end of the turn. If they don't, either way they die at the end of the turn, but your guys won't die. Getting rid of Zeraport is great here. There's the main source of damage right now, at least. Alright, now all we have to do is just get the rocket, and we're good. Yeah, probably good though. So he has his Jinx. It's fine. I think we're actually gonna activate this here. If we need to discard a card, we'll discard survival skills. Okay, pretty awkward hand, but we're just gonna win. So it's the whole deck is that you can't beat. Okay, the deck's whole concept is that the pressure of 1/2/3 Draven is too good. That's the concept. So I want to make sure I always get 1/2/3 Draven. You see in this game, I love this game because it showed that we had biggest fan we had double biggest fan in Draven, and we still won because it's just 1/2/3. Great 1/2 Draven is so strong. Crowd Favorite's good too, and so is Jinx. We have a few things that are good to plan for as well. It's like super consistent though, so I'm glad to show how easily you control that.